Yo, it's your boy Henji.
What's good? It's Tweez.
We back. Check up one on one. Tweez, what's happening, my boy?
I'm ready to dive into the docket.
Let's get right to it. Hey, another week. The sports are rolling. We got everything. Everything is grooving like we've been dreaming for. And we back. So we're here to talk about right now Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. It's been tough sledding for them boys. They've lost two in a row for the last five. Their record right now is 4-4. So we're gonna go ahead and check out what Coach Prime said real quick.
Because now you're one dimensional, and it's easy to stop a team when they're one dimensional, and that's who we are at this point in time.
Could follow up on that? Could being able to commit to that, you talked about one.
Commit to what?
Running the ball. Could that help?
I think we committed to it on a first down, and we was second and 15.
Right.
Those are the type of things you don't want to do and get behind the eight ball. First downs are so vital. First downs are everything. I mean, first downs are when we held them. Statistically on first downs, it was hard for them to move the ball as well. And when we're getting negative yards on first down, that's a tremendous loss. Because now you know you're going to throw the ball on second down, and they're calling their defenses pertaining to that loss.
I just asked that in terms of the big picture, trying to keep Shador upright, healthy, and overall.
The big picture, you go get new linemen. That's the picture, and I'm going to paint it perfectly.
All right, there goes Tweez. So we saw Coach Prime said, essentially, Coach Prime is not digging the play of his old lineman right now. Tweez,
He's not feeling it.
where you at? Did Coach Prime take it too far? Where you at? Talk to me.
I understand. Although I understand his sentiments.
Yeah.
He took it just a little bit too far. They're amateurs. There's no need to talk to them like that. You're not motivating them to earn some bigger salary or anything like that. I get that you want the kids to win, but there's also supposed to be a little bit of nurturing going on into the idea of building towards a goal that they can all accomplish. It's still the same season. There's other reasons why they've been suffering. They've lost some games due to some circumstances of injury, missing players, right? They got other influences in these losses that I think that he can consider before making such a just statement. It's a little aggressive for the amateurs, in my opinion.
I mean, I hear you as far as the amateur is concerned, but I'm gonna tell you this: these are Division One scholarship athletes, and I want to make it clear: when you're a Division One scholarship athlete, that is a year-by-year contract. So, Coach Prime is letting it be known, like he always lets it be known. This is what Coach Prime is. He puts everything out there on Front Street that if you ain't performing, I'm gonna get somebody that will. And we know that about Coach Prime. I mean, he's been recording everything since his kids played football at Trinity High School in Texas. Since he was the coach of the Little League team over there to Jackson State until now. This is just Coach Prime literally being Coach Prime. This is Coach Prime just showing off literally. If you are not ready to play, the next man will be, and I'm recruiting them as we speak. So if you don't fit the mold, get going.
You could leave the spice off it, though. He didn't have to leave. He didn't have to say. I think everybody already knew that. I think these guys sign up knowing that that's what kind of game it is. So I don't think it needed to be resonated on national television for their families and their counterparts as amateurs.
Well, I think Coach Prime is just saying, check up or shut up.
Fair enough.
If you step your game up, you'll be right here with us. You'll be dancing and partying. Lil Wayne gonna be there. You know Key Glock gonna be there. He #1 fan. Everyone's gonna be there. But if not, shut your mouth. Because I got a plan. And that's to go get these big boys in here. These top-notch boys. Hey, so there goes that Coach Prime. Coach Prime, keep doing what you're doing. I know you're at Colorado, but you see what I'm repping. HBCUs. That's where it all started for you as a coach. Everybody else, get with them, get with us. We the livest homecoming. Morehouse, Spell House. That's where we at. ATL, AUC, get with us, man. It's live. Hey, but please talk to us, man. We're gonna move on though. The NBA has been jumping. Week 1 is down. Talk to me about your Week 1 NBA surprises. Who has shocked your eye?
Well, I can't say I'm shocked, but talked about the Magic. They're coming out strong, playing defense. And then I guess immediately I would think about the woes in Memphis.
Yeah.
I know they're missing John Morant, but I never thought that they would be fare this badly, especially since they've proven to being able to win without Ja in the past.
I was just gonna say.
So they're coming out 0-4. It's looking tough.
I got a couple. We had an earlier show when I talked about Chris Paul, but he's a starter. That's all he's ever done. The streak is broken. The streak is officially broken. 1,300, I believe, 85 games it is. It is officially broken. Chris Paul is coming off the pine for the Warriors. And must add, it looks good. The Warriors are just being the Warriors.
Check one for me.
Pine them.
That's what they did.
Respect. Hey, it looks good. CP is still efficiently sharing the rock. I mean, it looks beautiful. Steph is being Steph. Clay gonna come on. The Warriors are just gonna be the Warriors who the Warriors are. And I got another guy. Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, I said it again. KD been telling us.
He's been trying to let us know.
KD been letting us know for a while now. Since the very beginning, there's a young guy that can just flat out get a bucket. Cam Thomas. If there was a Week 1 season MVP, it's Cam Thomas. He's averaging 30 points a game. He's had 30 in every game thus far this season. He came off the bench for 2 of them. And he's getting baskets. I don't know what that means. It was 6 minutes of the year. I don't know. I don't know.
Scorching hot. But I gotta argue with that first week MVP.
Talk to me.
Forgot to mention them as a team, but Dallas
3-0.
3-0, and Luka putting on a show. We're talking about 33, 13, and 10, 49, 10, and 7, and 35, 12, and 12. He is on a rampage, making sure this Dallas team seems to be on a new direction.
Hey, man, I hear you. Trust me, I really do. It's just some good bump going on in the league right now. There's some teams that's just really going out there, doing their thing, out there playing well. Like I said, I like the Bucks. I still do. I know Dame played funny the other night, but I still like with the Bucks. The Celtics. They are strapping everybody. I'm not sure what you've seen what they did to the Wizards. It was a clamp fest. Jaylen Brown was lighting the tray up, but they clamped the Wizards up in the first quarter. I think the Wizards scored 17 points, something like that, and I really set the tone for what was about to happen in the game. But before we get to talking about the teams and all that good stuff, James Harden. I want to get to it in the ramifications of what's going on with James Harden. I'm not sure he's playing it well. I want to say he's playing it bad right now because there's so many things that's happening with James Harden right now. If you don't know, I'm going to let you some. Now you do know. For each game that James Harden misses, that is $389,000. That goes back to preseason.
It hurts.
$389,000.
That's a lot of money, man.
For each practice he misses, the first fine starts at $2,500. The second fine is $5,000. The third fine is $7,500. And then after that, the team can charge you. I mean, at any amount that they deem right, because you are at this point being reckless.
These are like monster parking tickets. It's like your worst nightmare version of parking tickets and boots
Dog.
piling up on James Harden.
Yeah, this is like a car repo and a house repo. Just every type of repo.
Taking it back.
And you short. So, I mean, right now, if the math has been done correctly with the games that he's missed, I think to the 2 preseason where they started the whole thing, plus, I think it started at 1 preseason game, plus the 2 or 3 regular season games and the practice. I mean, he's roughly around $1.5 million that he's missed out on.
Ugh.
Already. I know he's made about $300 million in his career already, but this stuff adds up. And then let's just go ahead and get to, honestly, again, how bad it could get moving forward. If this man was able to miss 30 straight days, and let me just say the whole thing. If he misses 30 straight days, the Sixers can essentially block him from being a free agent next season.
No.
He won't be able to sign with any team or get traded to any team until the Sixers say, okay. So I don't know if that's why he's been like trying to like get a practice in here and there, because he went to 5-on-5 practice.
Yeah, he's trying to get it in
before the season started. Then he missed the road trip. Then he came back to practice a couple of days later. He was on the bench for one of the games afterwards. But again, I'm not sure where it stands in the 30-day in terms of this clause per the new CBA. But I'm gonna tell you this though, Tweez. I'm not sure how much it's gonna work. But again, if he knows the rules to play the game, he's going to give the Sixers hell. And they're going to have to find a way to get him out of here to his preferred destination of the Clippers. But go ahead and talk to me, man. I know I went on a little bit.
You're good. I think James has got to be weary of this anti-no trade clause, opposite bizarro world contract exception that can be unlocked by him not playing. They can block his free agency. They kind of just can end James Harden's career right now based on how he plays this thing out. So I guess it's important that James figure out how he can get himself back ingratiated with the team and give himself the opportunity to play and cancel out all these things that are headed seemingly like this is a done deal. If he doesn't play, his career's over.
You say if he don't play this season.
If he doesn't play, his career's over. If he's not, the way that I see it is, this all starts from him taking that pay cut and feeling like he's been mistreated, lied to, and I respect that and I understand that, but it's gonna cost him all the leverage as we see. Every game that Philly wins, he loses leverage.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I definitely understand that 1,000%. But I'm with you because I do think that he's going to lose leverage in terms of money. But I don't know if necessarily his career is over. I just think a team's going to say, hey, James, you're going to come play here. You're playing for 15 mil. 40, it's over. 40 mil, it's done. Because one, we've seen the team win, like you said, without you. So you're not really, that much of the additional piece. They're winning without you. And you're getting old.
The James Harden as we know it, that career is over. Because, yes, if he's willing to not stand on this principle of getting paid what he thinks he deserves or what he's worth, he's gonna have to adjust that going forward from here after all his leverage is drained out after the situation. The longer it goes on, the lower we're getting closer to him getting offered. You say $15 million, I say 2 for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he gonna want to play for that? And then what does that mean for his playing time and usage?
Yeah.
How long does it become what? How long do we wait till James becomes frustrated because he's getting $10 million, but he's asked to play 35 minutes a game?
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you think that James Harden is it's not necessarily like playing his cards right, but do you think that he is doing right by saying, you know what, I'm not playing. I don't want to play this team because this guy did me wrong, or do you think that he should just play because the contract says you need to play this season?
I'm actually torn on that. The first thing that I instinctually feel is that morally, I don't think that he's wrong. I think that he's wrong for how he's expressing it. I think that, of course, you're going to be distraught. You're going to be upset if with a guy that you choose to do business with, and they tell you one thing and it goes another way. Especially when you believe you've developed a relationship beyond the idea that business is business. So when you play with that with you as well, when you play with that, you put that on the line. As an athlete, you're putting your body on the line for more than the contract when you believe that the relationship is developed to that level.
Yeah.
So of course, yes, it's a human nature for him to feel upset, to feel mistreated. I just don't. I think he's been a little bit excessive with the bottle service and the media. But other than that, no. I do feel like he's supposed to express his discontent with how the organization is operating with him, and to be honest with that, and to be expressive, and to explain what he feels.
I am with the cause. James, get out of there. If you don't like it, leave. But the approach, James, I just hope you know these CBA rules. That is what I hope you know them to the T. Hope your lawyers have read these things forwards and backwards 1,000 times. So it's James, go to practice today. And you can miss. Go to practice today. I hope you know the rules so you can get out of there. And then I'm going to say it, and everyone's going to say, James played it right. I do not care. Everyone's, James is forcing his way out of second place. He can do that. You can request the trade. It happens. It ain't the first. It won't be the last. James, just be careful of the approach. If this is the only way, like I said, I hope you know the rules. Because what I just read of that news, that is dangerous.
Hope you know how to dance, my boy.
And like Tweez is saying, you are compromising the career of the beard. And that's that. Hey, and let's move on. I mean, the world champions are undefeated. They look like the team to beat.
Not one of us mentioned them as a surprise.
No, not a surprise, because the Denver Nuggets look well oiled. Literally where they left off. Everything just literally looks like the parts are perfect make for this car. There's nothing changed. There's nothing added. It's just the perfect mix. It's like the perfect mix of Kool-Aid. And you're just like, quenched when you come outside to play on the monkey bars in a jungle gym and all that good stuff. Who is the biggest challenge to the Nuggets?
Before I get into that, I'd like to say that it's more than the fact that nothing's changed. It's like the right and perfect amount of release as well.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you pump up to fill a tire, and you got to release a little bit before you seal it up.
Yeah.
And you got to know that you just pumped it up over just by much to let it go at the right point.
Like a basketball. You pump it up too much, it's too bouncy.
Right. They just let
jam
out
finger.
They have no issues. They don't have that overload of we just won the championship. I won more here. No, those guys have been moved. Everything has been the space is just perfectly aligned. But going on, as the threats to this well-oiled machine, I got to go with Boston for sure, and I got to go with Milwaukee. Those are the guys that look. Those are the teams that look like they got what it takes to maybe at their highest running level.
Yeah.
to compete, and then in their own conference, I have to say that they got to be scared of Dallas figuring out a way to
Yeah.
take that firepower and just have just enough defense
Yeah.
to maybe outshoot them.
Yeah.
What you got?
I got Boston and Milwaukee for sure. Them two are going to be clashing heads all year. I think that, let me tell you, I think that Boston has plenty of size to combat, and I'm not going to say go stop them, to combat Joker. They're going to throw many different bodies at him. They can play small ball, or they can play larger. And they're going to make him work because that's really the key right now. You got to find a way to neutralize that guy as best you can. Like I said, you ain't going to stop him. You got to find a way to just, put him on cruise control a little bit. And then Milwaukee. Milwaukee's Milwaukee. They got the bigs. They just got to find a way to not stumble early in the first round of the playoffs like they have been the last couple of years. But it's two teams for me in the West. The first is Minnesota Timberwolves. If the Timberwolves can just get this thing together, figure it all the way out, they gave, in my opinion, last season, the Nuggets the best run in the playoffs. Why? You got the bigs. They have a dominant guard. They can defend. Change shots at the rim. But my other team,
If they had McDaniels, they might have got that done.
I'm telling you. But my other team in the conference is the Warriors. You're going to say, how? They don't have a big to match up. They have guards to run around. And if they are canning the Trey Rock, you are in trouble. It's going to be a blur. And I believe that is their recipe this year. They're going back to old school Warriors. Let's get up and down.
Okay.
Let's shoot the three. Let's make teams chase us. And enough is enough. Looney, play as big as you can. Rebound the hell out of this ball. Keep these guys off the glass. Change shots as best you can. But we get now we're running. Steph run the wing. Clay run the wing. Wiggins run the wing for the dunk and transition. Let's shoot the Chris Paul, be ready to shoot the tray. Moody's getting submitted. Shoot the tray. Shoot it. Shoot. And if they're knocking, it's murder she wrote for a lot of teams. And again, you live by the tray, you die by the tray. They are champions with that formula. Shoot the tray. Defend as hard as you can on the perimeter. Make teams chase you. Tire them out. Splash.
I respect it.
Yeah, that's just, I don't see any other, competition in the West, honestly, right now for the Nuggets. I do think that the Lakers could potentially come around because they they got AD. And if AD just figures it out, and everyone's going to say, NG, Shield, yeah. Did you see what happened in the first game of the season when AD had 17 in the first half and didn't score again in the second half? Everyone's going to say that. But I got guys. Let AD just cook. You know what you're going to get from AD.
And if I agree with the Lakers, of course, if they could just figure out how to get that consistent backcourt attack, I think that's what you need and you must have against the Denver Nuggets.
Easy.
In order to take advantage of anything, you gotta have some backcourt firepower. That's what the Lakers lacked against them in the playoffs last year, and they're just gonna have to figure that out. Austin's gotta be able to be consistent. D'Lo's got to be the same guy in the regular season in the playoffs, but that's much later. That's for much later in the season. The other thing that I think that makes the Suns someone that is a threat to the Denver Nuggets is the injury wave. I think the Suns are hitting it early. I think there's a good chance that they could get through it if they can survive and weather this storm.
Just get healthy by the end of the season.
They have a chance to be the team that, a lot like the Lakers last year, comes together with health and depth right before the playoffs, catches a run, a vibe, and that's just a lot of firepower, a lot of able-bodied superstars, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that kind of firepower could compete with to knock off the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Hey, man, we didn't talk about too much NFL today, but Commanders, get it together. Jack Del Rio, can you stop anybody? Like, seriously, you're a coordinator that doesn't coordinate. Do something, please. You got any last words, Tweez?
Austin, I'm warning you, Austin. Contracts have been signed. It's no more hype, Austin Reeves. The contracts have been signed. I know it's early in the season, but I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Parlays have been placed. You're messing up, sir. I'm on you. I don't want to make it look, but I will. You will be segmented. You don't want that to happen.
Better watch out, Austin. Tweez coming for you, man. Make sure y'all follow, man. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. We out here. Check out 1-on-1. We out.